Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlie if you're new, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I have realised how out of practice I am with making YouTube videos, as I have tried to film this intro 5 times now. This is my 5th time trying to start this video. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've sat down and filmed a video like this. I think I've probably posted 4 times this year. I was looking back at the last time I filmed like a feelings and favourites video, which is like the vibe of this video, and that was a year ago. Over a year ago. I filmed that last April, and I realised a lot has changed since then, and I thought it was about time that I sat down and caught up with you guys about where I've been for the past year, what I've been up to, how I just feel like a completely brand new different person, and I thought let's sit down and chat about it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So as I mentioned in the intro, I am hoping for this video it's going to be sort of like a catch up, like a feelings and favourites sort of video. I really honestly thought the last time I did one of these videos was like, I thought I did one in like December, like a catch up, feelings and favourites, what I've been up to, my favourite things of the month, because I loved filming those videos. And then I realised, yeah, it was April 2021 when I last filmed all of those videos. And then I was in two minds, should I film a Q&A? But I tend to get the same sort of questions for a Q&A, which I've answered many times. So I thought, let's just sit down, not have anything like too planned or thought out, and just sit and chat. So a disclaimer in the beginning, this is probably going to be very waffly, not make very much sense at all, trip over my words, and probably a lot of editing is going to need to go into this because I am very out of practice. But yeah, I thought I'd sit down with you and catch up about where I've been and what I've been up to. So obviously a huge part of why I've been away from YouTube is obviously my grief, my loss, at the sort of, well, I was like middle of last year. And I can't believe that we're nearly, scarily, almost at the 1 year mark. I don't want this video to be too heavily focused on that because I have separate videos about my grief journey. And I will do another one probably when it comes up to the year anniversary and how I felt. But I could not make a catch-up video without talking about it. So I will start off with that so we kind of get that out of the way first. I feel like this is probably a really good place to start. Is over the past couple of months I have been, well, really over the past couple of years I've been on a massive mental health journey, and I'm so happy and so proud of myself, of how far I have come. Before I even lost my dad, I was on antidepressants. I was on antidepressants for actually only a couple of weeks before I lost him. But I had been in counselling for 4 years on and off. Yeah, 4 years. And it's only this year, and actually only probably since Feb, that I've really noticed a huge difference in my mental health. So I decided to take myself off my antidepressants. I can't remember whether it was Feb now, or it was definitely this year that I decided to come off my antidepressants. I was just very aware that I never ever wanted to be on medication, and it got to a point with my mental health where counselling just wasn't enough. So I paused the counselling and went on the tablets, and during that process I lost my dad. So it kind of helped being on the tablets a little bit, but what I felt for me was that the tablets were almost masking how I really felt. In the beginning, I think that was almost a good thing because I had so much to organise and plan with the funeral, and I was in a new job and everything was just a lot, so it almost helped to have something numb all of that and not feel overwhelmed. Then as the months had gone on, I think I felt as though like I was ready to almost rip the band-aid off and just see how I really felt. So I decided to do that a couple months ago now. And I felt really strange actually. I made a whole video about coming off my contraceptive pill, and I actually am in two minds now talking about how I felt coming off my antidepressant. But I've been off that now for a couple of months, and I knew that I wanted to stop counselling as well. And I only wanted to do those things when I felt ready. So I felt ready with the antidepressants and stopped that, and I did maybe another month or two with counselling. And it was maybe 2 weeks ago now that I officially had my last counselling session, and I almost feel like I need like a certificate or something to say like I've completed therapy, because that's how I feel. Like I just feel like a completely different person. My reasons for being in counselling are like many reasons. And I just felt like this like euphoric moment when I didn't even realise it was my last counselling session, but before I went to the session I was thinking like, I don't know if I have anything to talk about. I don't feel like I've got anything new to say. And then as I was in the session, I said to my therapist that I feel as though I'm coming to the natural end of counselling, which I never felt before. I'd stopped counselling before, well, twice before I'd stopped counselling. The first time was because I stopped uni and I had free counsellor whilst I was at uni. So when I graduated, I just stopped because it was free, and I thought, well, I can't, like I didn't really feel as like I was in the position to start paying for counselling. And then I picked it back up and I stopped counselling the second time because I went on antidepressants, and I wanted the antidepressants to kick in a little bit, and I wanted to pause counselling. So this was the first time that I felt like I am ready to come to the natural end of counselling, and that just felt just amazing to feel like I felt like that. As the counselling session went on, I think we realised that actually there's no need to continue. I feel like I'm ready now, like this is the last session. And that was actually quite emotional, because I was saying to Tracy, my counsellor, or was my counsellor in the session, like I'm just so proud of myself. Like in the 9 months that in the past 9 months that I've had of losing Dad, I've taken myself off antidepressants and I've finished counselling. Like the fact that I'm at a place now, only 9 months on, where I feel like I'm in the best headspace that I've ever been in, and I've like put in the hard work and taken myself off the tablets and come to a natural end to counselling. Like I just feel like that, I just feel really proud of myself. So a really positive start to where I've been and what I've been up to is I've been really working hard on myself. And I think overall, over these past few months, is I've been on a huge sort of, what would you call it? It's like a self-care journey that really needed to happen. And I think for me, I felt as though that journey couldn't properly start until my worries and anxieties about worrying over my parents and my dad I couldn't focus on myself because I was focused on other people. And almost losing my dad selfishly allowed me now to focus on myself, and that's all I've been doing. I feel like I owe it to him. I said I wasn't going to talk too much about this, but I obviously have. I'm so out of practice. Yeah, I've really been on the self-care, self-discovery journey of focusing on myself over the past few months, and I'm now in a space where I'm in the best headspace I've ever been in. And also I have been going to the gym regularly, which is like, what I'm about to say is such a contradiction, but I feel like I'm the healthiest I've ever been, but I'm also the heaviest I've been in years. I have put on, in the space of 9 months, 2 stone. When I started my office job, I was 10 stone. Yes, I was actually a little bit underweight for how I felt. That actually didn't have anything to do with losing my dad. It was just, I don't know why. I think I was probably just in a really poor headspace. And then I lost my dad, that I ended up losing more weight than what I feel comfortable in. So when I started my job, I was 10 stone. I'm now 12. So I'm almost like in the best headspace. I'm going to the gym like 5 times a week, but I'm actually the heaviest. And no, it's not muscle, like a lot of it is fat. Yeah, I'm the heaviest. I've gained 2 stone. So that in itself is like a whole topic of conversation of trying not to feel so extremely uncomfortable, but at the same time feeling so extremely uncomfortable in myself. Yeah, it's such a strange one. Since I've sat down and caught up, I've obviously had my birthday, I've been away, I went to Italy in April, so I turned 24 whilst I was away, and I feel like, and I'm probably just making excuses for myself, but now that I've turned 24, the ripe old age of 24, I don't know if it's just going from like a physical job of running around being a waitress to now being in an office job where I'm sitting at a desk for 8 hours, 8.5 hours a day. That's like, it makes losing weight so much harder. Or whether it is an age thing. Like, do you get to a point where I'm controlling myself, I'm comparing myself when I look at pictures to what I looked like when I was at uni, when I was like 18, 19. Like, I am a woman now and I was like a teenager almost then. Is it like my metabolism has slowed down? Like, yes, I'm probably having too many sweet treats, but like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm going to the gym, I'm trying so hard to lose weight and feel healthier and fitter, yet I am the heaviest I've been in years. Such a weird headspace to be in, but I'm trying not to overthink it. But it really came to light to me when I was away in Italy, and it was around my birthday, and I think I talked about it in my Italy vlog, that I was like, I obviously lived in leggings and jumpers and stuff for far too long and not quite realised, and then it wasn't until that trip that I bought all my like summer holiday stuff that I would normally wear when I go away, tried it all on in the evening ready to go down and have drinks and stuff, and realised that, oh shit, like not a lot of this stuff fits me and I don't feel comfortable in it at all. So yeah, life update, gained 2 stone. I'm trying to not make myself feel guilty about it, but it's a hard one. Is it because my metabolism? Is it because I'm getting older? Is it my diet? I don't know, but trying to feel okay with the fact that I have gained weight is hard because it goes against everything that my mindset has been. I've made videos before about my unhealthy relationship with food. I have struggled with food and with my weight and my body image before, not massively, but to the point where I really restricted my eating. So trying to feel comfortable whilst being heavier is a challenge, but I'm trying to get there. So yeah, that is a life update. Work, I've now been in my new job for, I still call it a new job even though I've been there 9 months now. I'm still loving it. I'm still really enjoying having quote unquote a normal job. And I feel like I'm trying not to take it for granted, the fact that I work like not every day, but like basically 9 to 5, and my evenings and weekends free, and that's like my life after working like waitressing for years. Yeah, very bizarre, but I'm loving it. I'm still really loving it. My hair, I've had a little revamp. Just before I went to Italy, I had in my head from like the end of last year, I was like, I'm going to have balayage. I'm going to not be so dark and not be like one colour all over, because I always thought because I have greys, and not just like one or two, I've spoken about it many times, I have like a lot of greys considering I'm only 24 and have them for like 10 years now, that I had to have one colour all over. And then my hairdresser was like, you should have a balayage. I think a balayage would really suit you. And I was like, oh God, okay. The last time I tried to do anything like that to my hair, I ended up completely ginger. So I am a little bit nervous. And I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. So I got balayage on my hair, and like, it's subtle, like it's not like I've gone blonde, that's not my intention. I just wanted like bits of brunette, and I love it. Like I really am still in love with it. It's over a month now that I've had it done, and yeah, just like little bits of like blonde. It's more like I wanted brunettes, like light brown bits through my hair. I also got HD brows and LVLs whilst like just before I went away. And I just thought, with like, I've got more exciting news. to tell you in a moment. But with things that are going on at the minute, I thought this might be the last chance I get to properly treat myself and spend a bit of money on myself. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna get my hair done, get my brows done, get my lashes done. And this was like all on the same day. So I spent like £200 on my beauty treatments, which for me is like extortionate. But out of the two treatments, like the HD brows and the LVLs, I definitely recommend the LVLs. Like I've had lash extensions before, but I had like a really bad experience with them. Like they'd obviously not been around too long when I got them done. Like I was about to go on a girls' holiday, so I must have been 20. Definitely wasn't 21, maybe 19, 20. And yeah, they obviously weren't as popular back then. They just weren't good. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get lash extensions, but I fancy having something done before I go away. So I thought, I have fairly decent natural lashes, so I'm going to try LVL, and I loved it. Like I can still see the effects now, and it's maybe 6 weeks or something, pardon me, since I went away. The HD brows don't last as long. They probably like noticeably looked like I'd had my brows done for maybe 2-3 weeks. Then the tint started to fade and the shape started to fade. I probably would get the HD brows done again, but I would definitely get LVLs done. Like I loved them, I loved the effects of it. So yeah, new hair, pampering myself. Like as you can see, like it's like a whole, I'm just trying to work on myself, put myself first, make myself a priority. And that's really where my head has been over the past probably 5 months. It's so unnatural, and it's been so unnatural for me to put myself first and make myself a priority. And what I have learned over the past couple of months is you have to put yourself first. Like the only person that can control your life and change your life is you. You can't have any control or change somebody else's life if they don't want the change, if they don't want the help. And I think whilst being so focused on trying to help the people and support other people, you realise that you get so lost in it, and I've completely ignored myself. And that's where I've been for the past couple of years, is I've just ignored myself and not realised. So now that I've been doing that and putting myself first and making myself a priority, it's like, wow, this is unbelievable. Like I just feel in such a better headspace. I can't explain just how much better I feel myself to how I felt. And it's only now that I'm in such a better headspace that you realise how bad it was and how unhealthy it was. But yeah, I thought whilst I'm in the good headspace and like put yourself first, I'm like, yeah, treat yourself, get your hair done, get your lashes done, get your everything done. So yeah, then we went to Italy. Italy was amazing. My vlog was quite short, but definitely would recommend going, like I would recommend Italy to anybody. Like especially if you're a foodie, like me and Lewis, and we talk about this all the time. We struggle so hard with trying to lose weight or diet because we are such huge foodies. We look forward to the weekend and plans our whole weekends around food. So Italy for us was basically a food-based trip. That's why we weren't too bothered about going in April. Like I knew for me, I wanted to be away for my birthday because it was be the first birthday without my dad. And I've mentioned before, my 23rd birthday was the last time I see my dad alive, so I didn't know how I was going to feel turning 24 knowing that. So for me, it really helps being away, and it was the first birthday that I've had in years, probably since my 16th, that I've not cried. As sad as it sounds, I didn't cry on my birthday, and it was refreshing. But I knew that I wanted to be away for my birthday, and that's why like we weren't overly bothered that the weather wasn't great, because the trip for us was basically like a massive foodie trip, and definitely like a thing off the bucket list. Italy was. We've definitely had that on my travel list for a long time. So yeah, really enjoyed Italy, would definitely recommend it. We have another 2 trips coming up this year. June, which we've in May now, 7th of May today as I'm filming this. We have a trip planned in June, We were going to go to Dublin, but the prices have just absolutely spiked, like crazy expensive. So we're actually going to Windermere. Never been, and we've got a hotel there for like maybe 3 or 4 nights. Can't remember now, but we've got a week off in June, and we're going to go to Windermere, which I'm hoping I will vlog, because I love to look back on those like holiday trips, anything like that. They're my favourite things to watch and to rewatch on my own videos. So I do rewatch my own. Because I've got a memory like a sieve. So then we've got that planned in June, and then in October we've got Cyprus planned. And I just think you get yourself in such a state, don't you, before you go away, where you think, I need this break. If I don't go on holiday now, I might die. Like, it's that bad. Obviously not literally, but you do just think like, I need to go away, I have to go away, God, I need this break. So I'm definitely like, I think by the time those trips come, we'll be like ready for them. But probably the biggest update and news that we've had is we've found a house. We're buying a house. And I'm so reluctant to say anything because we thought we'd bought a house back in November with a bungalow. It was like a huge renovation project, and that fell through. So this is like second time round for us, and it's been a very slow process. It's been over a month now that we've had this like exciting news. Yeah, we have potentially, I'm saying that because our offer's been accepted, we've started the paperwork, we're starting to get the ball rolling, but we have, for all intents and purposes right now, bought a house. And that's why it's like, before I went to Italy, I was like, God, this could be the last time for a long time that I get to treat myself, because all my money's going to be going on solicitor fees, estate agents, mortgages, insurances, life insurance. God, life insurance is intense, isn't it? If anyone's ever done that, going through all your like personal history, health, everything like that. Can I say, for life insurance, you have to disclose everything. Like, it's a lot. I get less cover now because I've been depressed before. Isn't that funny? Like, I get less cover for health insurance. If you've had things before, they won't cover you for it. So because I've said before, I said to them when I was having my thing, oh, I've been depressed before, then they won't cover me for it if I get depressed again. God forbid I don't get depressed again, because then my health insurance won't cover it. I feel really adult having these conversations, don't you? About health insurance, mortgages. Like, I just feel like my life has been on pause for the past 3 years, 4 years. I don't know. But now I finally feel like things are happening, like with the house and my headspace and the job. Like, I think that's what's helped me get out of a negative mindset, is that things are moving forward and things are happening for me. So yeah, everyone have your fingers crossed that this is it, because if this is it, if this is the one, my God, will it make an amazing, like, best believe I'm going to be doing before and after vlogs, renovation vlogs, like home hauls, everything, the lot. I love those sorts of videos, and yeah, the transformation could be crazy with this house. We're so happy, we're so lucky, we've got such an amazing deal, and that's like, I really hope I'm not jinxing it by talking about it, but I'm excited. It's an update. It's like a massive thing that's been happening in our lives over the past couple of months, is potentially buying our first home together. So yeah, potentially in another 4 or 5 months, you won't see me in this space anymore, which is crazy, because I've been living here now for maybe 2 years. I've been living in this area for longer, I think. Oh, I don't know. Time's just gone, who knows, over the pandemic. Let's not talk about the pandemic. But yeah, a massive life update that we potentially have bought our first home. And I can't, like I said, I would definitely be filming a lot of videos about that, and showing you the house and the before and afters and all our ideas. God, I've gone crazy on Pinterest. All we're doing every weekend now is having a look at furniture. We've weirdly actually really excited to do our garden, so going to garden centres. So that's what my life has now become. every weekend going to garden centres, furniture shops, looking, planning, Pinteresting what we will do to this potential house that may or may not be ours. So yeah. Another update, and I know that I've talked about this before and made a whole video all about friendships, is, like I keep saying, it all just keeps coming back to working on myself, and that's why I've been so absent. But I've been really trying to build my friendships, and I am proud of myself because I feel like I have built my friendships a lot in the past couple of months. I'm not going to say names, but all my friends are pregnant, having babies, or are married, getting married, and I could not be happier. Like, for the people that it's happening to, I'm just so happy for them, and I am just feel like everyone's just growing up now, and I just can't wait at the same time for that to be me. And I know that I made in my 2022 goals video, like I said, like I want to buy a house, get engaged and have babies this year, which is a lot, but I'm hoping step one's been ticked off. But the engagement, I'm waiting, and yeah, maybe it'll happen this year. I've got everything crossed to say that it will. We're in May now, so we've got just over 7 months of this year left for it to happen. Everybody have everything crossed for me that it's going to happen, because I really would like it to be caught on camera. I doubt it will. I don't think you'd think about that, but for me, like, I would love to have that moment caught on camera, to watch it back and be like, oh my god, like, that's such a special moment and memory to have. But when it does happen, I'm going to talk you through everything. Like, I'll have a whole video about it, explain how it went. And like, even with the house and stuff, I would like to make a separate video about the process of buying your first home, what it's like for a first time buyer in like today's market, because it's crazy, like it's ridiculous, the process of buying a house in today's market. It's completely 100% a seller's market, not a buyer's market at all. And I would love to do that for engagements, and like when I have a baby, like that's all my brain's consumed with at the minute is house, babies, engagements. So I'm hoping at least one of them is going to happen for me this year, because if not, I think I will explode. But yeah, going back to building on my friendships, and I'm really proud of myself. Like, I have a workout class every week, and me and my friend go every Wednesday to this like workout class, and I'm like, god, I really feel like that person that goes to the workout class, like the yoga, it's not yoga, but like a yoga class with my friends, go to Pilates, get a coffee after. Like, I'm that person. I never thought I'd be that person, but yeah, I'm really proud of myself. And I think you have to acknowledge when you're making progress, because my anxiety this time last year was sky high. Like, the thought of doing half the things that I've done now, but like, Jesus, I can't do that. And I'm just so proud that like I have done these things and I am overcoming things, and like everything, you've got to acknowledge every process and step that you're taking towards things that you would think are really scary. So yes, they're probably the main updates. So probably to end this video then, now that I've like caught you all up on my whole life and overshared, is I'm going to talk you through some of my favourites that I have got since the last time I filmed a year ago. So the first favourite is this perfume. Now this is the Caroline, it doesn't say, I think it's the Caroline something or other, I don't know. Basically, it's the high heel perfume, and it's like the special edition one that has like the glitter, the black with the glitter. This was my birthday / holiday perfume. I've had the same perfumes for years. Like, I don't wear perfume every day, so when it takes me a long time to get through perfume. So I've had like YSL Black Opium for years. I thought, do you know what, I want a more grown-up scent. A lot's happened. I feel like a new person. For my 24th birthday, when I'm away in Italy, I want a new scent. So when we're at the airport, we were like going through duty free, smelling loads of perfumes and aftershaves, and this is the one that I've fallen on, and this was my like scent of the holiday and birthday. So I only really wear this now at weekends or special occasions, and every time I do it, it's like, oh my god, it's amazing. The only way I can describe this scent is like it's mature, it's sexy, it's probably a nighttime scent, but it's still a little bit sweet because I really like sweet fragrances. So this has definitely been a favourite. If you're looking for a new perfume, if you're looking for something a little bit more mature, like sexy, but still like sweet, and I don't like anything like spicy, I don't like spicy smelling things. Like I know like Tom Ford and stuff do like tobacco and wood, and I'm like, no, give me all the sweetness. This is a really lovely perfume. So this has been something I've been loving. I've also, as I've mentioned, been trying to get into the gym. When I say I have been trying to, I have been like continuously going to the gym at least 3 times a week for the past couple months. Not that you can tell, but what's motivated me is having my Fitbit. Now, my boyfriend Lewis bought me this, I don't actually even know when, maybe, don't know, no idea. At some point last year he bought me this, and I surprised him and bought him an Apple Watch because he said that he wanted one, and he was like, do you want one? I was like, not really, like I'm not bothered about tracking my steps, and at that point I didn't go to the gym, so for me it felt pointless, like to have like a watch like this. There was just no point. And then I decided like I need to start doing something to like the gym that I'm at is one at my work because I work in a hotel, so it's like a small gym but a health club, so sauna, steam room, pool, and like the whole thing was what enticed me. I was like, even if I don't go to the gym, I'll just go for a swim in a sauna. But I'm actually really enjoying it, and having this that makes like you can track like your exercise and the different things that you do on here. It tells you like your heart rate, how many calories you've burnt, if that's something you want to track. Like just having this is what motivates me a lot of the time to even go, just so it's like I'm held accountable that I've been and how many calories I've burnt, and I try to set like reach my goals to going 5 times a week. So this has definitely been a favourite over the past couple of months. Like if I go to the gym and I forget this, I may as well go home. There's no point me even going to the gym. Like, I love it that much. So I think this is a Fitbit Versa 2. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is definitely a fave. Then whilst I was away in Italy, I was like, I'm going to get myself a new work bag. The one that I had, the one that I had prior to this, I bought before lockdown. It just got really battered, and I like a bag that I can actually put on my shoulder because I have a lot of rubbish. So I actually got this whilst I was away in Italy. So this is like real leather from like a proper like shop in Sorrento, and I love it. I can't tell you what the name is because it's just a brand from like the market in Italy, but I've been loving this. So the straps I can actually put on my shoulder and throw it over. I'll put my work lanyard in here, my water bottle on one side, my phone the other, throw all my crap inside, and yeah, it just smells great. Loving this, having a nice like work bag. I wanted like a slouch over the shoulder one, and this is like the bag of dreams for me. So yeah, this must have been like, it wasn't cheap because it's real leather. I think it was like €70. But I've been loving that. Then I'm trying to think, because that's why I did this was a year ago. Like I've probably had loads of faves in between that. But I have also bought a blazer from Zara, and this was probably one of the only things I actually bought new for my trip for Italy. I'm so lazy, I'm not going to grab it, it's literally there, but I'll put a picture of me wearing it here. And I have never had so many compliments on a piece of clothing before, like in person and over social media. And I wasn't really sure about it. I was like, I don't know, I'll just see if I get my wear out of it. I love it. I think it wasn't cheap again. That must have been about £60 or just under £60. But I have a blazer from Misguided, which is probably half the price, and you can tell, like, the quality of that is so much better. Like, it just goes with everything. Like a white blazer, I was like, what is the point of having a white blazer? Like, it's just gonna get wrecked. And so far, and I'm the clumsiest person I know, it's still in really, like, it's still white. It stayed clean. That's been into Nottingham with me, it's been to Italy with me, like, it's stayed in such good condition, and everything goes. It's great. So that's definitely been a huge favourite, is that blazer. It just goes with everything. So I definitely recommend, if you're in the market for a blazer, look on Zara. And then my final favourite is something that we've only done over the past couple of weeks, is Hellofresh. And normally when people talk about this in the YouTube videos, it's because they're sponsored. And obviously I'm not sponsored, but if Hellofresh wants to sponsor me, yeah, we thought, we're getting bored of having the same meals all the time. We're trying to eat a little bit healthier. We're like, let's just see if, like, it is worth the hype and what people talk about. And it is. We love it. We're actually expecting a delivery today, but if you've not heard of Hellofresh before, it's a delivery service that delivers meals, and it literally comes in brown paper bags per meal, and there's everything in there that you would need, and it's weighed out, it's got the right quantity for the right amount of people, and you can customise it. So if you want something quick, like a 20-minute meal, you can customise that. If you want it to be like low calorie, there's like a calorie smart option, so you can do that. If you're vegan, vegetarian, those sort of things, you can like filter it to your requirements, your preferences. And we really genuinely have been loving it, like having a fresh meal every night. And like I said, we are huge foodies, so like food is important to us. Having like a fresh meal that you can look forward to every evening is like, it's the little things like that perk you up and you think, that gets you through your day. So I've got a really yummy meal for dinner tonight. I've got burgers, I've got tacos, we've got bangers and mash, like things that you wouldn't think to make as well. So yeah, we've been really loving Hellofresh. There's an option for you to I can't even remember what I was going to say now. But your first box you get 65% off, and the next 3 are 35% off. So I think our first box was like £13 or something. We do it 4 times a week for 2 people, and we were worried that it wasn't going to be like, the portion size wasn't going to be great, because I think our problem is we do over portion size and overeat, and I have felt full after every meal. Like, we thought maybe we should do it for 3 people, so it's like 1.5 each, so we actually are full and like stops us snacking. But the portions are actually really quite good. Yeah, I'd say definitely every meal I felt full, and actually some of the meals I've not even been able to finish it because I just feel like I'm at the point where I'm like, actually I'm quite full and I don't need to finish it because I'm full, and recognising that you're full. But yeah, we've been loving it. I'm trying to think, they do a lot of like creamy pastas, like it's just great having like fresh ingredients, quick dinners, some of them like 45 minutes, or like you can have like treat meals where you pay like a premium, but it's only like £1 or £2 per meal to have like a premium meal. Definitely worth it. So if you're thinking about maybe doing Hellofresh, I would say just try it. Just try it for 1 week. Just try it where you get like the 65% off box. See if it's for you and go from there, because my mum does it and loves it. We've tried it and we love it. Like, yeah, definitely worth it. If you're thinking about doing it, just try it. So that would be I think my last favourite that I can think of, that some things that we've been loving over it's not his channel, that I've been loving over the past couple weeks, couple months. So I've been rambling on for over 40 minutes now, so if you've got this far, comment below what should we do, what emoji? The pasta emoji. like spaghetti emoji for like Italy. So if you got this far, comment that emoji below. If you have watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for listening to me ramble and waffle. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a like, leave me a comment down below, and hopefully I shall catch you guys in a video not too far away. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Bye guys.